Welcome to ReelTalk Unfiltered, the podcast where we dig deep into the stories that keep us on the edge of our seats, or hiding under the covers. I'm your host, Chris, and today we're delving into the terrifying world of Alien Romulus, the latest installment in the legendary Alien franchise. Ridley Scott's Alien is the stuff of nightmares, a perfect blend of sci-fi and horror that redefined both genres back in 1979. Since then, the series has expanded into a sprawling mythology of facehuggers, xenomorphs, and corporate greed, and now Alien Romulus promises to take us even deeper into that terrifying universe. So today, we're diving headfirst into the Alien legacy, exploring what makes this franchise so enduring, and speculating on what Romulus might bring to the table. Grab your flamethrowers, let's get into it. Let's start with some background. Directed by Fede Álvarez, yes, the same Fede Álvarez who brought us the Evil Dead reboot and Don't Breathe, Alien Romulus has horror fans buzzing. Set for release in 2024, the film promises to return to the franchise's claustrophobic roots, focusing on a group of young colonists trapped with, you guessed it, a xenomorph. The Alien series has always been about survival against insurmountable odds, but it's also about humanity's hubris, our dangerous curiosity, and relentless pursuit of progress, even when it puts us at risk. Romulus seems poised to explore these themes again, with Álvarez bringing his signature gritty, visceral style to the mix. At its core, the Alien franchise is about fear. Fear of the dark, fear of the unknown, and fear of losing control. From the first chest-burster scene in Alien to the grand existential questions in Prometheus, these films make us confront our most primal anxieties. With Romulus, we can expect a return to that intimate, close-quarters terror. The idea of a young group of colonists emphasizes vulnerability, setting the stage for a survival horror story reminiscent of the first two films in the series. Another recurring theme in the series is corporate exploitation. The Weyland-Yutani Corporation's cold, calculated disregard for human life is as terrifying as the xenomorphs themselves. While details about Romulus are still under wraps, it's hard to imagine an alien story that doesn't involve some form of corporate meddling. Will Romulus introduce us to a new evil entity, or will Weyland-Yutani's shadow loom over these poor colonists once again? Let's talk about the star of the show, the Xenomorph. Designed by the legendary H.R. Giger, the Xenomorph is more than just a monster. It's a symbol of unstoppable, predatory evolution, a creature designed to survive and destroy. But what makes the Xenomorph so terrifying isn't just its appearance, it's the way it hunts. The stealth, the intelligence, the way it uses the dark against its prey, and Romulus looks like it's doubling down on that original fear factor. The Alien franchise didn't just influence sci-fi and horror, it redefined them. The original film introduced us to a new kind of horror, where space wasn't the final frontier, but a terrifying trap. And then there's Aliens 1986, James Cameron's action-packed sequel that proves sequels can not only succeed, but surpass their predecessors. With Romulus, we're not just getting another chapter, we're witnessing how a modern horror director interprets this legendary story. The question is, will Álvarez deliver the same chills and thrills that Scott and Cameron gave us decades ago? Alien Romulus is shaping up to be a terrifying new chapter in the franchise. With Fede Álvarez at the helm, it promises to honor the series' roots while delivering fresh scares. Before we wrap up, here's something to think about: what makes the Alien franchise endure after all these years? Is it the terror, the themes, or the xenomorph itself? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for joining me on this episode of ReelTalk Unfiltered. Don't forget to subscribe and follow the podcast for more deep dives, reviews, and commentaries. Next time, we're exploring. Until then, stay curious and stay away from abandoned colonies.